Hi, so in today's video I'm going to be using the ScanNCut to cut some shapes from this designer series paper that I'm then going to use to make some cards. So this piece of, well, this is two pieces of designer series paper actually. It's two pieces of 6x6 and this is from the Bird Ballad suite. So the first thing I'm going to do is load up this mat. I'm going to come into patterns, into the basic shapes, and I'm going to scroll to page 3 and choose a circle. I'm going to make my circle 2 inches. And I'm going to use probably, I think I can get 1, 2, 3, at least 4 from this for now. So I'm going to say 4 and set, and then I'm going to do a background scan and go. So now what I'm going to do is position these circles over the shapes on this designer series paper that I want to cut out. So I'm just going to have to turn it to me ever so slightly and move these out of the way for now. Okay, I'm not actually sure how well you're going to see this, but I can see the circles and I've positioned them over the birds that I want to cut out. So I'm now going to say OK. And cut. So that's finished. I'm going to say OK and unload. Now the rest of this paper is not going to be wasted because I'm going to use the other side as part of my card design. These cards I'm making to send to my team members just for saying thank you for being part of my team. And I do need to make some more, but I just thought I'd show you the process so far. So I've now got a piece of petal pink that I'm going to put onto my mat. Just going to load this back into the machine and go back. I'm just going to get rid of these circles because I want to resize the circle, and it saves me doing all 4 individually. So with one selected, I'm going to come into the editing icons and I'm going to make this 2 1/4 inches, and then I'm going to say 4, OK, and I'm going to position them up here in a line. I'm going to say OK and do a background scan again. Just going to adjust where the circles are to make sure that they're all on the card. And I'm going to say OK and cut. So I'm thinking that I'm going to layer up the designer series paper onto the petal pink circle. And I've got 4. I do need to cut another 2 or 3 of these to send to my team members. I'm going to use the rest of the designer series paper, but I'm going to use the other side, and I'm going to cut these at, I think, about, let me just see, don't know whether to do them at 1 inch or 3/4. I think I'll do them at 3/4 of an inch. So that's 4 for now. And where I've got all these colours from, the background colour of the designer series paper is Pool Party. The pink that is in here is Petal Pink. And obviously the yellow is on the other side of this designer series paper. Okay, so I think I told you I'm using the Bird Ballad Suite. This is absolutely beautiful, this paper. It's all double-sided. It's available in my online shop. I've done loads and loads of projects with it. It's just beautiful. I never thought birds would be my thing, but I mean, just look at this paper. It's absolutely stunning. The feathers, bird cages, you know, flowers galore. All this can be cut with your ScanNCut. So I'm just going to put that on one side. Now, part of this suite, if you like, is there's a stamp set that you can buy separately. I decided I would add a little something to the cards. They looked a little bit plain. I've made some up. I'm just going to do one with you now so you can see. So I've stamped this little flower. Basically what I did, I just stamped it lots of times on a piece of Whisper White in Memento Tuxedo Black, which is this one, because I coloured it in with my So Saffron blend. Now the yellow that's in this paper is Daffodil Delight, but the beauty of Stampin' Up is that all the colours all match. So I'm using So Saffron to colour the flowers in, and I actually coloured them all in, and then I put this through the ScanNCut and did a direct cut to cut them out. And here is my little flower. So as I say, I've got all the elements ready to save some time, because you don't want to sit here and watch me, you know, put 7 of the same card together. The other thing I've got is a piece of the lace trim. This is the scallop lace trim. This is all part of this same suite, and I've cut a length that's about 5.5 inches. It's the width of my card. So, Pool Party card, cut straight down the middle on the short side, A4, scored and folded. I like to put an insert in my cards. You can use a piece of white card and put that in. This is copy paper. Again, this is A4. Basically what I've done with this is I've taken 1/4 inch off the length and 1/4 inch off the width. Then I've cut it directly in half and folded it. I'm going to apply some snail, and I'm just going to pop that in there and close it, so that when this card opens, it will open the insert with it. My reverse side of the side I've used to cut the flowers is the yellow with the little bird's feet on, and this is the side I'm going to have showing up on the front of my card. This is 3/4 of an inch by the width of my card. It's actually a little bit bigger, so I'm just going to trim off with my scissors using the card base as my guide. I've got some glue dots and my paper piercing tool, and I'm just going to get 3 glue dots and position them just about 1/8 of a way in from the edge of the card and on the bottom of the piece of yellow designer series paper. And I'm just going to put 3, 1 on either end and 1 in the middle. Going to get my ribbon, put my ribbon over the dots, that should secure the ribbon in place. Those glue dots, they are very sticky. I'm going to use some wet glue on the back of my cutout designer series paper and position that on the petal pink. I'm going to use some large dimensionals Oh, I forgot to stick my, see if I can get this up. I meant to stick that on there, so we'll start again. This is real life crafting. This is the kind of thing that happens. So that's going to sit in there. So what I'm going to do now, I'll apply some, it's still got the snail on the back of it, but I'll apply some wet glue as well, just to be extra secure that this is going to stick. Put that back over there. I think I've got wet glue on my fingers now. Bring my silicone mat in. Okay, now I'm going to stick this back down. I think I might have saved it, we'll see. Position that on there. Now I've got the Hugs stamp mounted up onto a block ready, and I've got some Stays On ink handy, and this is from the paper pumpkin that was the UK paper pumpkin in April. So that I'm just going to put on there. Put the lid back on that. My little flower, I'm going to use a mini dimensional, and it's now sticking to me because I've got glue on my fingers. I'm just going to put that there. Bring in some rhinestones. A little bit of Wink of Stella just on the bird and then scattered around on the flowers. A little bit on there. Add some to the leaves as well. Let's move this out of the way, get all my rubbish out of the way. And there it is. So I think I managed to save it. So that's the front of the card, and then when it opens, the insert opens with it. And then here are all the others that I've made. So, you know, another simple project, making your designer series paper go further by cutting into it using shapes with your ScanNCut, a little bit of matting and layering, a bit of lace, you know, a stamped embellishment, and a little bit of bling. So I hope you like that project. Please give the video a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe if you don't already do so. Make sure you hit the bell notification icon, then you'll get notified when I upload a video. And I'll see you in the next video. Thank you.